What is it like meeting Mr. Samhain?
Terrifying.
So like once.
Yeah? What do you think of his costumes?
Amazing.
Mr. Samhain has the best costumes ever. Personally, my favorite is the Freddy mask. It's beautiful. You guys should check it out.
Probably the best I've seen as far as like going to Comic-Con and stuff. He's one of my favorite people when I'm dressed up to take a picture with, and as you pointed out to me, him in real life is pretty cool.
Mr. Samhain, I got a chance to meet him at Comic-Con. He's a consummate professional. He's got multiple outfits. Some he makes himself, some he has sourced by some of the industry's best costume makers. My personal favorite happens to be some of his Jason outfits, being a Friday the 13th fan. I also love an obscure one, his The Hills Run Red baby face. That is one of my all-time favorites. I always ask him to wear it whenever I get a chance to see him.
I got into making these costumes because as a kid I never really liked store-bought costumes, and I never was going to be able to afford some sort of pro level ones that you would have seen in the movies. You know, as a 8-year-old, you're not gonna be able to convince your parents that they need to create you or find someone to make you the ultimate Jason costume or Freddy costume without going to the local costume store at Halloween and, you know, dropping $25 on a plastic half mask and, you know, some ridiculously thin costume where you're going to end up having to wear sweatpants and everything underneath it to stay warm while you're trick-or-treating. So when I was probably about, I think maybe 8, 9, or 10, I grew up watching these horror movies, and I really loved Friday the 13th and Jason, so I wanted to do a Jason costume one year for Halloween. It was probably like a year after I think I did a Darth Vader that I mostly put together myself. My parents got me this rubber Darth Vader mask that, you know, if you don't store it properly, it just looks ridiculous having like a conical shaped Darth Vader face because it's been laying in a closet for months. So being into like doing craft projects and doing some woodwork as well, it just kind of seemed like a good fit for me to actually put together my own costume now as an adult with a little bit more artistic skills and capabilities and quite frankly money to actually be able to do it. So in like 2013 for Halloween, I decided to throw together a Jason costume. And what I used at the time was like a zombie costume from Walmart, and I wanted to do the Part 7 Jason because I love that one the most of all his looks in his movies. So I bought this zombie costume, and the reason I bought it is because it had the knees cut out and the chest was cut out, and that's all I wanted from the costume. So I ended up spending like $20 because it was in season. It was like 2 weeks to Halloween, so there was no discount, so I had to pay full price to essentially destroy a costume. And what I did was I used a sweater and I cut out the zombie pieces from the flesh and bones, and I used hot glue and rubber cement to seal the edges onto these sweaters and thermal pants. And then I bought a shirt from Walmart and a pair of pants, I think, from the thrift store, and cut it all up to try to give it that Part 7 look that was in the Friday the 13th movie. But the painting was terrible. It looked like I was just covered in mud, but like mud that was acrylic paint. It wasn't pretty at all. It was pretty roughly thrown together, but people loved it. I went to a couple Halloween parties, and everyone thought it was just really great. I had bought a Friday the 13th Part 7 style mask off of Amazon for I think like $25, and then a cheap $5 hockey mask that I painted myself, and it was a very rough paint job, but luckily everyone liked it, and that's what really set me about making the costumes that I wear now today. So the mask is actually made of silicone, and this is made by Brian Wright of WFX. You can find him on Facebook, but he does a lot of Kruger masks and other monsters. I can't remember some of the other stuff right off the top of my head.
What's it like wearing it for hours?
It's actually pretty comfortable. It's like wearing a second skin almost.
Yeah, sorry.
It's cool. It's a lot cooler than latex.
We can see your face now.
Wow, yeah, this is it. Wow.
But it's also more emotive as well. I mean, it's not like having, you know, makeup effects, you know, done onto your face. But it's a lot better than latex because I can actually open my mouth and talk.
So talk us through the different components and the process that you do.
So usually, you know, when I come to things like this, I'm already dressed. I got the pants and boots on. I wear one of these like moisture wicking undershirts because it gets hot, and that's the only way you can keep from making these disgusting, you know, especially after a few hours of walking around sweating in here. Because while this is a lot cooler to wear than a latex mask, it still like locks in all the sweat. So when you take it off, it's like a little bath. You know, it's just disgusting nastiness, and then I gotta end up cleaning the mask out just to, you know, maintain it. Otherwise, it'll just get all nasty. The jumper, this is actually from Hot Topic. They sell one of these kind of sweaters every year. I think you know, because I think we have the exact same sweater.
Yes, we have.
It's actually really expensive to get a screen accurate sweater, you know.
So I bet they're quite tight fitting, aren't they? Those hand things.
Yes, it is a little bit. I mean, it's kind of loose up here unless you have a much bigger arm.
It really looks like burnt flesh, doesn't it?
It's disgusting. People hate it.
Do you touch people with it?
Well, people ask me. I mean, I'm sure you guys will end up seeing, but people are like, "Oh, hey, can I touch your skin?" And it's like, "Oh, yeah, sure, go for it." People are like, "Ugh, it's so gross." So with the glove, it's really the most important aspect of the costume, because you think Freddy Krueger, you think the glove. And this glove was actually made by Brian Sills of Demented Glove Works, and he's really one of the best. I mean, this is what they call an as seen today. This is what the glove actually looks like today, for, you know, the best representation you can make without actually having the real one. And so it actually has details in it that are directly from the movie and stills. And during production, apparently the front tip here was broken during production, so they welded it, you know, soldered it back together. And so he tried to do his best to replicate that exact same thing. So, you know, there's no need for the blade to be broken, but if this is the way the glove looks today, then that's the way you gotta make it. When I go out there, yeah, I'll actually be in character, be ready to talk like Freddy and try to act like him as best as I can, you know. Let's make magic.
So I met the Mile High Horror Film Festival people at the 2014 Denver Comic Con. I was dressed the first day as Jason Voorhees, but it was like a custom look that I had thrown together. It was once again, it was just something I kind of put together on a really cheap budget. I still hadn't like really begun building the expensive costumes that I have now with the most amount of detail that I can put into them. So at the time, it was just kind of like a basic kind of Jason look with my own little twist on it. And I happened to be walking by, and I'd never even heard of them before. And so I talked to them. I took some pictures over at their booth, and one of them, Josh, asked me, he's like, "Do you think you'd be interested in coming out? Because I'd like to talk to the folks that I work with and see if they'd like to have you come out." And I was like, "Sure, you know, why not? You know, that seems like a good idea to me. I get to dress up and do more costumes, plus it gives me a reason to kind of step my game up." So after having done that, I got back to work right afterwards because I was, you know, totally psyched for it, and it didn't seem like it would be something too out of the question to be able to do. So I set about making a costume for the 2009 remake of Friday the 13th. And the Jason costume that's in that movie it seems more of like a practical kind of build. He wears a jacket. He's got like a dirty, nasty t-shirt on and you know, pants and boots, and that's it. It's just a real basic kind of, I've been living in the woods for decades, and I just kind of find clothes here and there and put them together. So I was able to go to the store, thrift store, and find the whole jacket and put it together for like $16. It was just, and I happened to find it the exact same day, which is just like, it totally blew my mind. I was able to find both of the things that really fit what I was looking for, because it's not 100% accurate, but it looks the part. And so from there, I got that costume put together, and in the meantime, I'd also put together a Freddy Krueger costume as well, and a Babyface costume from the straight-to-DVD movie The Hills Run Red. I brought those all to the Mile High Horror Film Festival, and it was really like my first time out wearing costumes that I was like absolutely proud of the way they looked, and I really felt that their authenticity gave an accurate portrayal to Jason and Freddy and Babyface. And the response was great. I took tons of photos, and you know, everyone was real excited to get to see something like that. I mean, I think I took pictures for probably every single volunteer those first 2 nights when I was here, because no one had ever brought that to the film festival before, and it was just really awesome for them to, you know, extend me that invitation to come out here and let me basically get all hot and sweaty and, you know, take pictures with everyone and get to hang out with people I watched a movie. Putting costumes together and wearing them as somebody not yourself is really something that's kind of opened up an avenue for me where I can be the characters that I liked seeing in the movies and try to be that scary guy, be Freddy Krueger or Jason or Michael Myers. The people that I've been seeing on screen, and then these people at these horror film festivals or horror convention or even, you know, Comic-Con, these are all characters that they've seen, so to actually get to see them in real life and look close to movie quality, it's really something I think people get a great kick out of. They just really like taking pictures. They want, you know, hey, you know, people they're not talking to me, they're talking to Jason, they're talking to Freddy, they're talking to Michael, you know, hey, thanks Jason for that picture. Hey, Freddy, can I take a picture with you? Or Michael, it'd be really great if my husband was scared of you. It'd be great if you scared him when he walked out of the bathroom, you know, go hang out and do stuff like that. It's a really cool experience, and it's actually kind of humbling to have people come up and want to take pictures with you, and, you know, in the world of today, share them on social media. You know, I source most of my pictures because I can't take them myself when I'm in costume, so I source them all from Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Any of those kind of avenues where it'd be posted. I mean, I end up scouring the internet looking for these pictures because it's really awesome that people want to take them and then they want to go post them for their friends. There's a lot of satisfaction that comes out of doing this. The reactions I get from people, the things that they say to me. It's even better to hear it from the people that have actually played the characters I dress up as or characters like them. It's a wonderful thing to hear from Ari Lehman, who played the first Jason in the 1980 Friday the 13th, tell me that, you know, that's a great costume, man, you look really good today. Or Kane Hodder, who's played Jason in 4 Friday the 13th movies, he told me, you know, hey, that's a really great costume, and, you know, you look really good today also. It's really great to hear the guys that have actually worn the suits tell me that the stuff that I put together, it looks good. And there's a lot of inspiration that I've drawn from people, Jeff Wickabeard Cochran, Brad Miller, Ruben Voorhees, Ruben Morales. Those guys put together great costumes, and they've really done a lot to inspire what I wanted to do, and it's great to actually be a part of that same kind of community, the people that get asked to come to these shows, and people want to take pictures of them because they're the people that they've been scared of all their lives growing up as kids, having watched Freddy Krueger on screen slaying people, and Jason just stacking up bodies, or Michael Myers just laying waste to Haddonfield chasing after his sister. So the next time you're at a horror convention, Comic-Con, any kind of festival, you feel a shadow looming behind you, feel maybe there's something behind you, maybe your friends looking over your shoulder but they're not saying anything. It could be me. It could be somebody else. But when you come again the next time, tell them Freddy sent you.